My name is Father Oliver. I'm the student master here at Blackfriars, and I've been coaxed out from behind the God's Dogs camera today because tomorrow we're celebrating the commemoration of the dedication of this Priory Church here at Blackfriars in Oxford. And of course, it's such an important place in our Dominican lives as a community. We gather here to pray so many times a day. And it's a place of real memory for many of us, the milestones in our Dominican life and the times of celebration we have with our congregation and friends. And over the last year or so, many more people have been able to join us here because of the camera, many more people joining us on Sunday than we'd usually be able to fit into the church. It's a wonderful church, it's always full of light, and there are many interesting features about it. A few years ago, Father Lawrence wrote an interesting essay pointing out some of the architectural gems. But for me, one of the strongest memories I have of this church is the floor. It's after all the floor which I prostrated myself and lay down on the day of my solemn profession and on the day of my priestly ordination. But my first acquaintance with the floor of this church was not particularly dramatic. By tradition, some of the younger student brothers are sacristans here, and they have the task of polishing the marble before Christmas and Easter. And so I got to know intimately every contour and corner of the floor of this church when I was a newly professed Dominican, working with Father Gustav Ineza from Rwanda and Burundi, and Father Augustin Diamond from the southern province in the United States. We polished and cleaned the floor and talked together of our Dominican life. But it was those moments of solemn profession and priestly ordination which stand out for me. Solemn profession, lying down and by the grace of God, offering myself to Christ as a member of this community, being received as a brother of this province and entering into the great trajectory and history of this province in all of its years and many hundreds of brothers who have laid down their life before me. And then on the day of my priestly ordination, quite a different feeling really, a feeling of something being done to me, laying my life down in a different way and receiving a great gift, the gift of the priesthood. A gift, of course, not given to me to possess and to keep for myself, but a gift given for the upbuilding and sanctification and service of the people of God. And now back here as student master, it's my joy and my privilege to accompany our student brothers on their journey to this floor, firstly offering themselves in solemn profession to Christ as a Dominican preacher, and then, God willing, receiving the grace of a priestly ordination, receiving that gift which will send them out to so many different places, so many apostolic challenges, so many different corners of our country and our world, to which they will minister by the grace that they receive here. And always when you look at the photographs of an ordination day or a profession, the moment when the brother lays down on the floor seems like a lonely moment, a moment when they alone make this decision before God. But in reality, it feels far from lonely. It really takes a village to get our brother to that place of lying down on the floor of this church. And so today, I want to thank you for all that you do to support our student brothers, their family and their friends, those who pray for them from afar and encourage them with words here in the church, and especially those who give so generously to our training fund, which enables us to give the best possible formation to these men as they go on this exciting journey. A journey that in one sense ends when they, on the floor of this church, lay down their lives, but an adventure that really begins when they step out and make those first steps into service of their brothers and sisters as Dominican priests. So thank you for all that you do to support us and our brothers in formation. But I'd also like to speak to those of you who are wondering where God is calling you. Perhaps you've wondered whether you ought to offer yourself as a Dominican friar in the province of England. Perhaps in the future, the floor of this church will have some special significance for you as you lay down your life in the service of Christ and reap the 100-fold blessings that come from serving Christ in our order. If that's you, if you wonder whether Christ is calling you to serve him in this order in our province of England, our vocations team, Father Gregory and Brother Joseph, are waiting to receive your email. Perhaps this floor will be significant to you as it is to me, and perhaps you too will have the joy of serving Christ in this order. But wherever you are and however you support us, may God bless you on this special day as we celebrate the wonderful gift of this church and its place in our order and in the Church of Birmingham.